The man who is going to launch a new series, launching a new series called Next Level Behind Baker, a docuseries following the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner Baker Mayfield. How you doing, man?
Great. Good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Where have we caught you?
I am in the car right now going to grab some lunch, and then in just a little bit I'll be headed. I'm hosting my second youth camp today.
Okay. So what are you doing with the kids?
Just doing some drills, some fundamental work. Yesterday I had about 250 plus and had stations set up and would rotate around. Did some drills and had some fun with the kids.
Okay. And then what are you getting for lunch? And be careful, everything's evaluated this time of year, Baker. What are you getting for lunch?
So healthy. Smoothie, probably going to be green.
Okay.
With probably like an egg white flatbread. I'm feeling breakfast stuff right now. I don't know why.
Okay.
Been on a real avocado crave. I think it's because I've been living in California too long.
Is that right? So, or is that the TB12 method? Are you doing that thing with the avocado ice cream and all that business?
No, not yet.
I guess you got to go. You got to get to the pros first before you do all that.
Yeah, I think so.
What is the craziest evaluation of you that you've heard so far?
Ooh, probably Colin Coward's 5'11" quarterbacks thing.
What is that?
Considering I measured it, he said I was 5'11" when there's a standardized measurement for me that I'm not. So I don't know. There's a bunch of different stuff going around. You hear everything, but this whole process it's revealing of how people think. Some people think about the game of football and winning, and then some focus on the stuff that doesn't really matter.
Right. And in terms of the stuff that doesn't really matter, what would you say doesn't matter from what you were hearing, from what you want people to say? What do you put in the category of does not matter?
Ooh, there's a bunch. Hand size would be one.
Okay.
Height, another.
Mm-hmm.
I think, it's pretty much all the measurables now that I'm thinking about it. So, I mean, you can put stuff down on a piece of paper, but when you go out there and play the game and you got guys running at you, that's when it really shows. So, I think throwing on air at the combine, throwing at pro day, it's all good to see if you can actually throw the ball, but until you put a defense in front of you and have that on tape, then I don't think any of the other stuff matters.
Yeah, I mean, and all the other stuff, I was discussing it the other day on the show here, Baker, is when you were asked about, how things have changed, or maybe your stock or something like that, and you say your stock has risen, you were a third or fourth round draft grade before the season where you are now, and that you consider yourself the best in the class, and people, there's Baker Mayfield being cocky again. And my thought is, how the hell are you supposed to answer that question?
Yeah, what am I supposed to say? No, I don't believe in myself.
But
no, you shouldn't pick me because I think I'm bad. Yeah, I think that's what they want me to say.
Because I just feels that everything you're doing is viewed through the prism of being cocky.
Well, and there's a thing. It's the vision of people thinking that I'm cocky, but in reality, you want a guy that believes in himself. You want that. You want a guy that's going to come in and knows what he's doing, be confident about it, because you go into a locker room in the NFL, it's grown men. You can't be scared. You can't flinch about it. You got to be able to go in and do your job.
And at the combine, did anybody try to trigger you during an interview at all?
Absolutely, and we don't have to get into details, but they all try to do that. They'll teach you a play, and then somebody in the background will start asking questions about your background. Like literally, somebody behind the scenes will start asking questions about your background, your family history, stuff like that, and then they'll jump into tape and just see if you can handle switching from one subject to the other, and still know the game of football.
And how do you think you handled that?
I think for me, that was the best part of the process. That was where I, made the most improvement to show that, I know the game, I love it, and I've been able to get in front of people and just talk about it and be myself while doing that.
Well, you see, you saying that was the best part of you doing that, Baker, I think that's a little cocky. Be very honest with you. I think you're just being a little cocky right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's okay.
Am I wrong? I mean, I don't know if I'm wrong. If I'm a little bit off right there, just you just
Just confident.
yeah, you're a little bit confident. Hey, did you ever hook up with Favre, Brett Favre? I know when you were on the show last time, and you just mentioned Favre, and I said that he really liked the way that you played the game. Did you guys ever connect?
We did, and that was you guys connected that one. They sent his number over. Actually, he shot me a text, so that was pretty awesome, honestly. So thank you for that one.
No, I'm just wondering if I could pry a little bit to see what you guys communicated about at all.
We didn't reinvent the wheel. We just short chit chat.
Okay. So a couple more minutes here with Baker Mayfield before he goes and he gets his egg white smoothie here on the Rich Eisen show. The pro day attire, I guess the what do we call it, a headband, a bandana? Again, I'm a guy who doesn't need to worry about hair getting in the way. What do we call that you wore for the pro day?
Oh, God, that's a good one, first of all. There's a headband.
Okay, the headband. Have you ever seen The Karate Kid, Baker?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Is that what you were going?
I saw a couple side-by-side pictures.
Okay. And? What'd you think?
Pretty spot on.
Okay.
Spot on.
All right. So is that the look you were going for? Were you trying to do that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just a headband in general. I didn't expect it to be put side by side by, the greatest karate champ of all time.
So who would you equate yourself with more, Daniel San or Cobra Kai, Baker?
Cobra Kai. Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Okay.
You have my brother here laughing very, very hard. He's getting quite a kick out of that one.
Well, what's your brother's name?
Matt.
Matt,
that was spot on.
So, Matt, who would you think Baker is more of, Daniel San or Cobra Kai?
I was gonna say Daniel San, but I'll go with Cobra Kai.
See, Baker, your brother's trying to have your back here. He's trying to have your back here.
He's trying to.
Okay. Is he sitting shotgun or is he driving? What do we got here? What's
He's sitting shotgun.
Okay.
He's driving me around. I'm in the back.
Okay. See, now that's Baker being cocky. He won't let his brother sit up front. It's another measurable. I'm telling you, draft stock going down with each passing second here.
Oh, God.
So, in all seriousness, though, Baker, there's a report in the MMQB that you're being tailed, that there's a private investigator checking you out by a team that might be interested in you. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, there's rumors that go around about that. I'm not too sure. So, but I mean, you think about it. Teams want to, they want to see what they're going to get out of a guy because they talk about the first round, second round. I mean, the top 3 rounds, you're investing a whole lot of money in guys that, you don't know on a personal level. So I can believe that, but at the same time, that hopefully if there is one, it'll answer all the questions of people thinking that I don't do anything besides party and football. So hopefully it'll show that, folks are ready to go.
So you don't take it personally?
No. I mean, I look at it as if this is a chance to improve on everybody's, envisions on me, and I can show the right things.
Okay. So what's next for you after obviously today? Do you have any personal meetings set up yet? Any teams knock on your door yet, Baker?
I had a couple meetings here in Norman, and then I have a few set up next week.
You got to drop names.
24th.
We got to get names. I got to get names. Come on, give me names. What do you got?
Met with the Chargers and the Giants already. Then I got the Bills, Saints, Browns, Dolphins, Jets. No, I think that's it for here. And then I start visits in April.
Okay. Wow. All right. So those are the people who met with you there in Norman?
If I haven't already met, then I will be meeting, yes, here in Norman.
Okay. Man, Saints. That's an interesting one right out there. I know you can't talk about which one you want. You just want to be there. And do you have your suit picked out yet for the draft?
I'll actually be at home. I might pull a Brett Favre and wear jean shorts and be at home for that one.
Hold on a minute. You're not going to the draft? You're not going to be there?
No, I'm going to hang out with the family. There's a lot of people that helped me get here, so I'm going to enjoy it with them. And I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay. So you're not going to go there. Is it because it's in Texas? Is that why? Is that what it is?
I'm born and raised in Austin.
I know that, but there's still some people, right? That consider you as
but,
okay.
Myles Garrett didn't go to the draft last year. Jameis, Marcus.
So Matt, do you agree that Baker should not go to the draft? Is that what you're saying? Your brother?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Okay,
yeah,
there we go.
He phrased it well. There's a lot of people that helped him get there. So.
You know what? I think
he's trying to give himself some credit right there.
I hear that.
Absolutely.
Here's the deal. Daniel San would go to the draft. Cobra Kai would stay home. That's it.
Yeah, I'll be Cobra Kai then.
There you go. Hey, Baker, appreciate the time. So is there an unmarked car about 30 feet behind you? Look in the rearview mirror. Is there anybody?
Yeah, a van with no windows.
All right, Baker. Be careful. Go hang with the kids. Have a good time, and I hope to see you soon.
I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
You got it. It's Baker Mayfield.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.